Morning, guys. Coach Lewis, Upper Iowa here with Figured Out Baseball. I want to talk to you about something that I've become more and more passionate about. Probably the sole existence of my coaching is coaching life lessons, making a difference. We think baseball is really neat. It is. Love the job, love the mechanics, love all those things. But that's not what this game is about. The game of baseball is about failure, right? To me, I played football and baseball in college, played basketball in high school, all those things. It is the greatest parallel to life of all sports, in my opinion, because it's built on failure. It's built on a lot of things that are outside of your control, and all of sports are to a very large degree, right? It's so many things are outside of your control, and it teaches a ton of life lessons. But I think in a society where it's win, 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 coming first, we lose those moments. So this episode, right, we talk about coaching life lessons. What does that mean to me? To me, that means that we talk about all the things that we need in young men in our society, right? I think I challenge anybody to flip on the news for 1 week, watch it, and get a really good idea that the majority of things that are happening in our world have to do with men, right, or males. You see so many issues in the family. You see so many issues in society, at work, right? People just going crazy and going bonkers. And we have some serious issues. There's no doubt about it. Okay. Now, are we going to change the world? Probably not. But guess what? We can change a life. We can make an impact, and we can do it one player at a time. One of the really cool things about being a baseball coach is whether you have 10 on your team or 50 in your program, you have the opportunity to make impact on each and every single one of those kids. So what does that mean? To me, right? What do we want out of good men? What do we want out of fathers and husbands and brothers and those things, right? What roles as males do we potentially play in the world? What do we want? We want good out of each one of those, right? We want great fathers that understand, family first, right? And that are willing to be good teammates. Not everybody wants to change diapers at 3 a.m, but we have the opportunity to instill to our players, hey, you're always a part of a team, right? Always. And part of being a good teammate is doing things you don't want to do. So I have a 4 and a 6-year-old daughter. I don't just leave it up to my wife all the time. So, oh yeah, you change diapers when they're young. You get it. It's 3 a.m. I'm tired. I got to go to bed, whatever it might be. That's part of being a good teammate. Okay. We have to continually push on the life lessons. Throwing a breaking ball and hitting a breaking ball, those are really neat. They're really, really cool. They're not that important. They're not going to be things that kids are going to take with them and use as fathers and use as husbands and members of society. Those aren't the things. What are the things, right? Hard work, accountability, taking ownership. How about being polite? How about having good manners, being a gentleman, being a team player, willing to help in society, not being a part of the problem, but guys that are willing to be a part of the solution. So my encouragement to you as coaches, you go forward, remember what's important. It's not throwing a breaking ball and hitting a breaking ball. It is all of the intangible things that we know to be important, right? When you see one of your players hold a door open for somebody, right? Somebody who's being polite or kind, or you see them pick up trash at the yard, whatever it might be, awesome. Reward them, and reward them publicly in front of the guys, right? Don't let your team leave a dugout, whether it's at home or, on the road, without picking up all the trash, right? I think we all kind of learned growing up, you leave it better than you found it. But so many times today, I go to a high school game, I go to a youth game, trash, leave it, doesn't matter. Somebody else will pick it up, right? And I think that that's kind of one of the issues we run into is we're in a society now, oh, somebody else will do it. It's not my problem. It's not my thing. I'll leave it for somebody else. Whatever it is you want to see out of your players, right? You want to see them be accountable? Then make a day based on accountability. Set up drills where they have to be accountable, right? I do that sometimes here with guys, and literally they have to say out loud, I failed, when they fail. When they screw something up, whatever it is, yeah, just say I failed. It's not the end of the world, right? But we kind of live in a society anymore where nobody wants to accept failure. There's always a reason. Oh, it was the umpire, it was this, it was that, it was little Johnny's fault, whatever. So reward those things, but also discipline those things when you see behaviors you don't like, right? I think in the game of baseball anymore, so often people tie their ability to play the game to their self-worth. right? And coaches, I know I did the same thing when I was young. It was, oh, if we win, I'm really good. If we lose, I'm bad. And there was some identity and some self-worth in there. Guys, this is just a game. We are not curing cancer here. You know what I remember from high school? It's all the life lessons. It's all the accountability. It's all those things that our coaches instilled on us from day one. I don't remember scores. I don't remember my batting average, nor does it have any relevance in my life at this point. It all becomes worthless, right? But I was fortunate enough to go on to be a good college athlete in two sports, not because I was super talented, but because of the things my high school coaches taught me, because of the things my little league coaches taught me. You know, I remember having those conversations, and those are the life impacts that come back. We're not here to flat out raise other people's kids, but we also know that a lot of homes are not the standard home anymore. And those kids, you know what? It may be the first time somebody talks to them about being accountable. It may be the first time that somebody talks to them about holding a door open or being polite or picking up trash, right? Being a good teammate, whatever it might be. Don't assume anything with your players, right? Again, help teach them the things that they need to learn in life that they're going to be able to take with them. Coach everything like it's 1 year at a time, and ask yourself, when this kid is done with my program in 1 year, what will he have learned? What can he take with him for the rest of his life? Continue to work to win. That's why we keep score. That's an important lesson in life. There's no doubt about it. We need to create competition. We need to challenge our young people, but we need to do it out of a place of love, and we need to treat them to some degree like their own kids. Expect good behavior, okay? Love them with all the measure in your heart, and treat them a little bit like your own kids. Guys, thanks for watching. Be sure to watch my next video, Learning from Failure.